Migraines. I've had migraines for the last 10 years, at least 10 years. And I don't know why they started or what brought it on, but they started suddenly, started getting migraines. Sometimes these migraines lasted for 8 days at a time. Debilitating migraines. Been in hospital at least 3-4 times, at least 4 times. They, when I go in there, they've given me endone, codeine to stop these. Was put on a drip once where they were putting this new migraine medicine into me. I've had brain scans. I've been suggested that I go see a psychiatrist so that I should relax more. I never did, of course, because I knew damn well that I was getting migraines when everything in my life is great. You know, I've had nothing to stress about, and I'd still be getting these migraines. I would get them at least twice a week, and like I said, sometimes they'd last up to 8 days. Didn't know why I was getting them, and really they were debilitating. There was no way I could hold down a full-time job because of them. And then in July I got gastro, really bad gastro, and the doctors couldn't work out what it was, so I started treating myself. Like I stopped taking all coffee, anything that I thought could cause diarrhea. I looked on the internet, and one of the first things that the internet and the doctor said was stop dairy. I stopped tea and coffee. I kept my diet really, really simple, like fruit, vegetables, nuts, green leaf. I had no processed food whatsoever. And then after about a month, I thought, this is curious. I haven't had a headache. And so I started testing the foods that I had been eating, and actually I didn't. I started looking on the internet to see what foods might cause headaches. And I found that dairy products can cause migraine headaches. I had no idea. And you know, in all the time that I went to those doctors, not one of them had said to me, you might want to look at your diet. It might be something in your diet causing this. And I actually had to go to a doctor a couple of weeks ago, and he's a professor. He's a well-respected, he works in a hospital well up the ladder. And I said to him, you know, I had these migraines and nobody once said to me about that dairy products could cause these. He said, oh, that's because, you know, we look for the bad things first. Well, that's fine. You can still give me a brain scan if you think that I've got some sort of disease or something that's causing these migraines, but why not also say to people, you might want to look at your diet? And I was thinking, so could it be dairy? So I started doing tests, and like one night I had mashed potatoes with butter and milk in it. Next morning, migraine. And many tests I've did like this because I like cheese. I love dairy, you know. I like white sauces with cheese in them. And I like brie and mashed potatoes. And every single time I consumed dairy products, the next day I would have a migraine. So I really needed to get this out here and let people know, because it might be something as simple as that, changing your diet. Just go down to a basic diet, fruit, nuts, vegetables, and I had meat, but I had very, very, very little fat in my meat, and worked it out. The other thing was heartburn. I had massive heartburn all the time. I had heartburn so badly that I was on medication for it, and I was on Nexium actually. And the thing is, I don't normally take medications for anything. I took the codeine for the headaches because they were debilitating, and they were just, you know, I had to do something to stop the pain. And the Nexium, because my heartburn was so bad, I couldn't eat. I couldn't drink water without it regurgitating. I had very severe, and then, so when this gastro happened, I had to get a gastroscopy and a colonoscopy done. And they showed a tear, or not a tear, but something in my stomach, and you could see the bubbling up around it, and I was diagnosed as having gourds, which is something to do with heartburn. I'll put a paper up there. But the other thing that happened was when I got this diarrhea, I stopped drinking caffeine, tea and coffee. Now I don't get heartburn. The only time I get heartburn is when I have something with caffeine in it. And, you know, the thing is, I was put on pills for these things, and I was told to raise my bed and do this and do that. Why didn't they just say, for a start off, what you need to do is stop all caffeine in your diet and see what happens? I was never ever told that, and it never occurred to me because I drink tea and coffee every day. Well, I did. I haven't had tea and coffee for such a long time. And so I was getting heartburn from the tea and coffee, and I was getting migraines from the milk. I have neither now. Neither. So really, if you have migraines, do that test first. Put your diet very, very simply. Just try it for a couple of weeks, see what happens. Smile, guys, and have a nice day. What I should say is, if you have a migraine, still go to the doctor and get your tests done, but also try the diet.